And so I see you also got some other knickknacks here with you. What kind of cool things you got there?
Well, if you guys don't know, coming this June into July is I'm going to hide my face, the Trappers Territorial Rendezvous.
Hello, greetings everyone from the Northwest Region and abroad. My name is David Schmidt here, and I'm the Regional Training Coordinator for Northwest Region, and I have a special guest here, Paul Nelson. He's our Northwest Regional Representative for FCF for the Trappers Territory. Hi, Paul.
Hey, David, how's it going?
Well, it's been great here. We've been spending some time here this weekend at a training academy here in Spokane, and we're excited to see you come on as a certified instructor to help us out, and it's been great to see you here.
It's been great going through the training. I enjoyed it a lot.
Well, appreciate you taking the time to come out here and share things and updates with us and get to know you. And so how did you get started with Royal Rangers?
I started out in Buckaroos back in 1969, I think it was, something like that. And my dad was a pastor at a church in Des Moines, and that's where I started. And just progressed through Pioneers. And then I moved on to the youth group, and then got back into Rangers 88, 89, something like that, as a leader, and I've been involved in Rangers ever since.
Well, that's awesome that you've been involved since the very beginning and took a break and came back. So you've seen quite a bit of change throughout the whole program of Rangers, haven't you?
Yes, I have. It's been quite a bit of changes, but it's for the better. It's definitely for the better.
What would you say, change-wise, that you see now that's different from when you were a boy that you wish you would have had as a boy going through the program?
Ooh, that's a tough one, because I've had really good leaders, commanders when I was a boy, and we always were doing things. Probably the Camporama. I've been to Camporama twice, and I've enjoyed that immensely. And so I think that's cool. If we could have done that as a boy, that would have been a real fun time.
So now when you were a boy, were you a member of FCF?
I was not. We stopped at Pioneers and never really went past that, but I did enjoy when we were at our powwows. At that time we had single powwows, one on the west side of Washington, one on the east side of Washington. And I really enjoyed seeing the FCF guys at camp. I've always been a history buff, and so that was cool for me to see and partake in.
So what was your real big draw to why did you want to become a member in FCF?
Well, I just saw what they were doing when my boys started. I started becoming a leader again and seeing FCF. I really liked the history, I said, but then they were involved in so many other things, helping outposts, doing devotions at the camps, and I just liked everything they were doing. I thought that's something I could really enjoy getting involved with and doing with the boys.
Well, that's awesome. So when you joined FCF, did you join when it was originally Frontiersman Camping Fraternity, or was it still a fellowship at that point?
When I joined, it had just changed to fellowship. And so so all my pins say fellowship on them instead of the fraternity.
So what was your experience like getting into FCF? Was it something that you see that's a little bit different than we do now? I mean, you don't have to share specifics, but has it changed over time since then?
Yes, it has changed. I think I'm trying to think. I think it may have, I don't want to say easier now to get in. It's just the requirements are different. They've restructured how boys earn merits instead of pins and that kind of stuff. So things have been restructured, but I still think you are earning or you're at the same knowledge level going in now, but the way you get in now is a little different.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You're changing with the times. And so what is your actual FCF name?
My FCF name is Bighorn, and I got that when I went buckskin. When I was frontiersman, my sponsor gave me the name Wagon Master. And the reason is because in frontierman days, wagons were what was distributing the product to all the people, and not trucks and everything. But I was a UPS driver, and I was for 34 years. And so he says, well, you're delivering goods like the wagon people did, so I think Wagon Master suits you good. And so, but when I went buckskin, I changed it.
That's pretty cool. And what is your craft that you have developed for FCF as your skill?
Well, I really liked woodworking when I got involved. I still do. And I liked Roy Underhill, the woodwright. So my first skill was woodworking of some kind. But I sewed more shirts and items for people than I did woodworking. So the joke was I was the woodworker who sewed. And so, but I'm progressing my craft away from woodworking into more horn work or small accoutrements that a mountain man or somebody on the colonial era would have with them.
Okay, that's awesome. I see you got one of your examples here of one of the horns you recently worked on.
Yes, this was a horn that, whoops, let's see, there we get it up here, that a friend of mine named David talked about.
This is an FYI background. It's actually, he built it for me.
We had talked about it at a spring camp in Idaho, and then a year later, I was given the horn at Camporama in Missouri, and then David was over a couple weeks ago doing a WCO training, and I gave it to him finished at Enumclaw. So the conversation, the horn has had some travels, and so, but this is a blowing horn. David's planning on going wilderness, and you have to do a blowing horn, and so this is, yep, there's his pouch.
Got the pouch ready to go.
Yeah. And so this is a horn that I put together for him for when he goes through wilderness.
Can we see the intricate part of the mouthpiece that you've developed there out of the actual horn?
Yes, the mouthpiece, let's see, I don't know if I can get up close enough to the camera, but it's turned from a separate piece of horn, and let's see, we get it, see the mouthpiece. There's actually a hole drilled through, so it's basically like a mouthpiece that would be on a French horn. And it was turned on a lathe, and then drilled out on the lathe also, and then pinned in with 2 pins that hold it secure in the horn.
Yeah, it took a lot of time and craftsmanship, but it was well worth the wait. You did an excellent job on that, Paul.
Thank you very much.
And so I see you also got some other knickknacks here with you. What kind of cool things you got there?
Well, if you guys don't know, coming this June into July is our, I'm going to hide my face, the Trappers Territorial Rendezvous, shameless plug. And we're going to be meeting down the Dalles, Oregon, out in the farmlands, beautiful wooded area that we're going to be camped at. And so this is our flyer. And then I brought some of the patches that, let's see, we got the territorial patch that all the regions are getting. And then this is our staff patch. Or if you compete at one of our events, like black powder shooting or knife and hawk throwing, archery, the first place winners will also receive one of these patches. And then we also...
So that territorial patch, that looks almost like a reproduction, is that?
It is an actual reproduction of the 1973 territorial patch. At that time, we only had 4 territories. We've now expanded to 8 territories. And this is a reproduction of that. And all the regions are doing it. And they just have, ours says Trapper because we're from the Trappers territory. And then that's the difference. And then, so when you register and come, you'll get one of these patches. Plus you also get a medallion, really nice enamel medallion as part of coming to the rendezvous.
Oh, that is really cool. And you got 2 of the colored patches too, I see?
This one's the staff patch and the one for first place. This was a promo patch that we had, and we did it in blue. And this one went out to help raise funds for Camporama to celebrate the 50th rendezvous for the territorial chapter.
Excellent. So are there any available for the promo still left that someone wants to purchase, they can get one?
I forgot to talk to Jake about that today. I think we sold the last 6 at a WCO that we held in Enumclaw.
All right, friends. Sounds like any of these Facebook group patch traders there, if you need one, we can try and track one down for you, but maybe a little bit hard. So there might be some good trade fodder needed to get it.
Definitely.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about the Territorial Rendezvous. What kind of event should we expect to participate if we show up?
Well, it's going to be a great event. We're going to be hosting a wilderness vigil, and we're also beginning hosting a frontiers, entering the frontiersmen into new members in FCF. And along with that, there'll be a buckskin challenge. So people can come in to start FCF or advancement through at this rendezvous. Some of the events we're going to have are...
Now, is it too late to still sign up to advance into FCF or to go for the Buckskin Wilderness Challenge?
Nope. It's still available. Wilderness has shut down. That way, because we have the candidates have to carry pouches for a couple months, and so that is closed now. But Buckskin and Frontiersmen are wide open to register for that.
And what are the deadlines to get their applications in for those?
That's the pressure I'm under.
The world wants to know, Paul.
That's right. The world does. I know registration closes for the full rendezvous on June 17th. And then I think a month before that, so let's see, May, April, I think April 31st or the first week of June is when it closes down for Frontiersmen and Buckskin to sign up for that to attend.
All right, excellent. You guys here heard it. There's still some time to sign up. Get your applications in. And it's online only, right?
That's correct. All registration is done through the regional's webpage at www.nwrrr.com.
RRR, like the pirate R.
RRR, yes, 3 R's. You can roll them if you can. But yeah, sign up there. There's a place. Oh, and another thing for young bucks, we're talking advancements. Young bucks, the Northwest region wants young bucks to advance. We want them to continue in FCF to get that servant's heart. And so we are not charging them any extra to join and go through the Frontiersmen or to go Buckskin. Those fees are waived for the young bucks so they can advance.
Those are some great opportunities there, young bucks, and we've got plenty of mentors who can be out there to go help sponsor. If you're looking for a sponsor, feel free to, I'm sure, contact Paul, and he can put you in contact with someone who can be that one for you.
Yes, that's absolutely true. If anybody has any questions, you can send me an email at paul.nelson@nwrrr.com, and that'll come directly to me.
Excellent. So let's get into some of the events now. I know we're all waiting for that. What kind of goodies?
Well, to start off, we want to really have a great spiritual time around the campfire. So our camp speaker is coming up from California in the Hispanic district. His name is John Brito, B-R-I-T-O. He's excited to come. I talked to him at Lead, and he is really excited to come up here and bring God's word to us. And then we've got archery, knife and hawk throwing, flint and steel competitions. For the young bucks, we're going to have a Seneca run, which if no one's ever competed, it's they're going to have a relay or a race that they're going to be running and timed on. When they get to, they'll start at a starting point, run over to the hawk and knife blocks where now they have to throw and stick for so many points. Then they're running to an archery place where they have to shoot for a score. Then they're going to flint and steel where they got to light a fire, and I think they're setting a trap, and then coming across the finish line, and whoever's the fastest is considered the winner of the Seneca run.
That sounds like an ultimate test of a warrior there.
Oh, I know. I'm glad I'm an old timer and don't have to run and do that. But let's see what else. Oh, there's going to be outfit judging, and a lot of good things going on.
Also, speaking of outfits, looks like I see you got your outfit on there. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I do. Living out here in Washington, I should be dressed as a mountain man or a trapper of some kind, but I really enjoy the Revolutionary French and Indian War history. And so I portray a civilian or a laborer in the colonial era from about 1750 to 1780. And so I'm wearing my workman's cap right now. I have a tricorn that I'll wear at times, and depending on the situation that I'm in. So that's usually how I outfit.
Well, you're not the only one there, Paul. I'm actually a transplant from the Colonials territory too myself. So Rogers Rangers is a big thing over there, and that's what most of my outfits are. You actually made one of my shirts here for me that I have that I'm trying to start putting my trapper stuff together. So
Yep.
I understand that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So as far as the camp here, I believe this is the first time we're going to this location. Is that right?
Yes, it is. It's just outside the Dalles, Oregon, about 20 minutes up into the orchards and the hills that are right outside there. So there's plenty of shade. The gentleman attends the church there and works with Rangers in the Dalles, got an inheritance of 160 acres from his grandparents. And he goes, I want it used by Rangers. So
That's awesome.
I know. So the commander from that outpost reached out to me and says, hey, would this be a site that maybe the territorial rendezvous could be at? And we said, well, let's go take a look. So we did, and it's a beautiful site. They've cleared out a nice space for camping amongst the trees, and we just got to do some minor little touch-ups, and it'll be ready to go in June.
Well, I'm sure we're all looking forward to that. It's coming up really quickly. Is there any help needed to get things set up for camp that you may have?
Yes, there's always work that needs to be
That's
done.
a loaded question, I'm sure, right?
But we do have a couple of work days planned. I know one for sure is June 10th. It's a Saturday, and or is it the 5th? I don't remember. I have to look. But it's about 17th. No, it would be the 10th. I think Saturday, the June 10th is one of them, and I think. But anyway, we'll go down there and do some work, and there might actually be one on the 17th. I'm not sure on that too. So the 2 weekends prior to camp, we'll be going down there cleaning up and just cutting some shrubs back, clearing some paths so vehicles don't get nice little pinstripes going down their car from the tree branches. So just some minor little things, and they'll be ready to go.
Well, that sounds great, Paul. Sounds like you've got a lot of hard work already put into it. You got a beautiful flyer and patches designed, and now we just need the members to show up. So what is your vision overall for if the rendezvous happens for our territory here in Trappers?
So after rendezvous, just to see the FCF grow and have people catch the fire of what FCF actually is. It's just not a bunch of guys and young men that get to dress up in funny clothes and do anything. We're a wing of Royal Rangers that's here to serve, to help out wherever we can and whatever we need to do. But I just like to see that grow. I know in the Northwest region we have Alaska, Washington, Idaho, Oregon, Montana, and Wyoming. And I know in Alaska, Montana, and Wyoming, FCF has dropped in numbers. And so I'd like to see it grow there so that the rest of the ministry will grow and be able to reach boys. And that's what Rangers is about.
So what can we do on an outpost level to help support you and help support the chapter and that we're part of, and also the territory that we're in, to continue to help grow FCF?
Number one probably is pray. We can always use prayer. I mean, we can always use men and other volunteers, but prayer is, everybody needs that. Pray for me at a regional level, pray for the district representatives from all the districts, and just keep them in prayer. And then if you have questions about what FCF is, reach out to me. I'll answer every question. And if you want something to find out locally, I can direct you to the proper people closer to you that may be able to connect with and then help FCF grow that way.
Well, that sounds great, Paul. Any last parting words of wisdom we can share with our viewers today?
Well, registration for territorial is open. We'd like to see the numbers grow. I know, at least in Washington where I live, things are, everybody waits to the last minute to do things, but to really get this planned out and get it working, so it's the best rendezvous we can make, we just need numbers to grow. So register, go to the website and get registered. If you have questions, reach out to me. Let's make this rendezvous an absolutely great time out in the woods.
I'll be looking forward to it, Paul, and I'll be looking forward to not falling asleep and completing Wilderness this year as well.
Yep, that'll be good.
And my name is Major Procrastinator, so I'm part of one of those late signups. Well, thanks for coming out here and spending time this weekend and putting on this podcast. And let's make this Rendezvous a great one.
Yes, thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.